I've been obsessed with a particular type of robotic motion, and that's called Mecanum motion. I'll show you guys. This is a pretty standard robot build, except for the wheels. These are four wheels. They're controlled independent of each other, and that means that this robot is able to strafe, move back and forth, and at any angle, at any time. And that gives it a lot more agility than something like a two-wheeled robot. So I've been playing around with this stuff. I use the microbit to control all four motors. I reached out to a company. I was already doing an order, and they knew a little bit about my work, and so they sent me this. This is the Mecanum Robot Car V2.0, a Keyestudio microbit driven robotic tool. And it's got a bunch of accessories. You can see it's got a line follower and distance sensor, as well as the four wheels. I'm really excited to see how they managed to get all of those things to work at once. Yeah, I've been saving this for a while, just to unbox in front of you guys so we can all see together how the Keyestudio company packages a complete robotics kit. This is very affordable. This is a really nice company, and I've used a bunch of their tools in the past. Here we go. Learn it, love it. Well, that's nice. They have a parts list. That's real handy because I can check, make sure that I have all the parts that I need. All right. There's the board. Let's take that out. There we go. Oh boy, it's got the big batteries. I hope they included those batteries because if not, we're dead in the water. Okay. Um, four motors. There we go. There's the holder for the distance sensor. Some cables. There is the port expansion. So that has to be added at the top there. There's our Mecanum wheels. Oh, they included a screwdriver. That's handy. And then here, I'm hoping, let's get the, okay. A remote control, which is great because then I can just control it right out of the box. It's amazing. Some distance sensor. There's our distance sensor there. And a servo, which is cool. Actually, I was going to use a servo already in my design, so I appreciate them including one. All right, yeah, that's the whole kit. When it comes to mechanical builds, not the best. Not the best there is. It always takes me more time probably than it would take certain people who have those skills. I'm gonna actually still I'll plug this in now, may as well. And then we have this is M4 complete. So if we can do one, yeah, I'll be so good at this. I'll be so good at doing this by the fourth motor. That's the one you should watch live. Oh, we got two motors on, and it hasn't been a nightmare yet. Just a little bit of work. There is an orientation to this that's very important that you figure out. So if you do it wrong, if I, for example, if I put this hole at the top instead of at the bottom, then it would only fit in one spot. So there is a fussiness that I'm sure having the instructions would solve. All right. Last motor installed in record time. So this is just a thing that I know from mechanism is that B is going to be opposite B, A is going to be opposite A. Their orientation is actually really important because some will face inward and some will face outward. And if you get that wrong, you won't have a working robot. Um, there's no instructions included. I think they were online, but I just didn't find them. And then secondarily, it seemed like a lot of the pieces weren't the same as what was described in the package. So I had nuts and bolts that weren't kind of marrying together, but nothing that I can't fix. The thing that I like to say is that there's nothing you can't fix with a little hot glue and duct tape, and maybe a lot of hot glue in this case, and I'll show you. This is it. All of those wires I am theoretically putting there until I get further instructions because we have not coded this guy. This is just the build video. I'll have to do a second one for getting and driving. But I'll show you. There's the eyes. There's the servo that controls the eyes. There's the microbit, and then here's all of the board that's controlling the wheels and connecting all the pieces together. A lot of wires. Looks a little bit like spaghetti, but that's just the nature of building these types of robots. Okay, so there is an app, and I'm keen to see what that app does to control this, because if I can skip the process of building a controller, that would be wonderful. Yeah, and so the things that I glued, definitely there's some glue holding that servo in place, and also this top piece. I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot of hot glue holding the mechanism on, because I couldn't get the bolts to marry. So that's the build for today. Thanks for tuning in, you guys, and we'll get this thing up and running really soon. And I think it's going to be really cool when it's going.